How's it going, my friends? Right now I'm in historic downtown Hastings, Minnesota. There's actually a car show that goes on. I think it's every third Sunday of every sort of summer month here in the historic downtown. I used to play shows in some like coffee shop in downtown. They were wild, but so much fun. Great little downtown area with like antique stores, cool little shops, etc. And then they close off all these streets and all that to you know, have this very cool little car show and a very sort of idyllic downtown. Cannot recommend it enough. Today's video, virtual tour of Hastings, Minnesota. Let's get it. How's it going, my friends? My name is Jesse Lynch and I run the hardest working real estate team in the game. We're called To the Twin Cities, and you can check out our website, tothetwincities.com. But this YouTube channel, it's all about helping you find a place to call home, a place to land here in the beautiful Twin Cities of Minnesota. Big fans over here. I don't know if you know that. And that's whether you're buying a house for the first time or relocating here from a different city, state, country, planet, dimension, universe, whatever it is. First time home buyers and relocations, that's what we do, and that's what we do better than anybody else. So if either of those things appeal to you, then do us both a favor, subscribe to this channel, click that little bell to get notified so you can see every time we put up videos just like this one. And while I have you here, if you wouldn't mind, not just for my ego, give the video a thumbs up and say something nice, say something helpful in the comments. Would appreciate that very, very much. I say this, I think, just about every episode, but that engagement, it's helpful. It's not just helpful to like me and our real estate team and this YouTube channel. It's helpful to other people like yourselves, especially if you're like, hey, I live in Hastings, or hey, I went to Hastings and blah, 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 did blah, blah, blah. It's great. People appreciate it. It's very helpful. When people are, you know, moving or just doing the first time homebuyer thing, all the information they can get is helpful. So I'd appreciate that very, very much. Earlier, I said today's video is a virtual tour of Hastings, Minnesota. Hastings is a gem. It's a hidden gem, I might even add. Not as much hype as I might argue that it deserves. It is an awesome spot. We've been helping a couple people buy here, and you know, it's nice. This, I'm like, is this a slide? It's all like rubberized. Or is it just to climb up? I don't know. It's crazy. This is roadside park. This is Highway 55, which if you go that way, basically you get to like Rosemount, and then right down here, that basically connects to the downtown sort of core of Hastings. What's the sun? It's a beautiful day today. Gonna meet up with Nick from the team. We're hanging out. I'm gonna show you around. Let's do it. All right, my friends, right now we are in Levy Park, which autocorrects to Levi Park, which is kind of funny. And it's basically what, you know, one of my favorite sort of parks in the Twin Cities Metro. Nick and I will probably argue about that. I don't know. It's just super beautiful. It's obviously, it's on the river. It's right by sort of old school historic downtown Hastings, which is an absolute gem.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, we have
absolutely beautiful.
Just so many good things to say about this area. Today is particularly sort of picturesque in that there's the car show going on. There's like a little fair going on, you know, Dippin' Dots.
It's a perfect midsummer day here. It's just ridiculous. It's
That's
so
true.
quaint.
That's true. This is almost like an ad just for moving to the Twin Cities.
It's like
too.
83 and sunny, with a breeze, and all these fun festivities are going on.
Yeah.
There's an American Legion up just ahead of us, overlooking the river. It's just gorgeous.
Just got distracted. Left my keys on a bench. Some very nice fella whistled at us. Let me know. So yeah, maybe that's Minnesotan. I don't know. Maybe that's
Minnesota nice.
Maybe that's just cool guy stuff.
So right before Jesse just got his keys returned to him.
Thank you.
We were mentioning the bandshell pavilion right behind us. It's gorgeous. It's right on the river walk here. This whole scene is just picturesque. It's beautiful. Hastings is a sleeper. It is.
Yeah. Hastings is like, it has so much going for it. Very sort of quintessential, like small town, while technically being within the metro. And yeah, it's a very unique thing, a very unique sort of proposition.
Stillwater gets all the clout, and we had talked before this. A lot of that we think has to do with the schools, because as an adult, just the grounds and the area around here in the downtown, I think it's just as comparable, honestly.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
It's like an affordable option, you know, alternative to Stillwater. And I don't know, debatably has some things that are better about it. My brother actually, there's a little marina over here. My brother actually docked his boat there for a year or two, loved it. Right now he's in northern Minnesota. This is the most Minnesotan thing for me to explain. But right now he's on Lake Superior, but he thinks he's coming back here next year just because St. Croix is like a little more accessible in terms of not dying if you fall in the water.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so to me, this is what Hastings is about. Like, this area that we're hanging out in right now is just what it is. It's the small town, it's the river. These bridges are actually like quite beautiful to look at.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
see if we can get the Legion here.
Yeah, we'll walk by it.
All right.
Yeah. A Legion, literally everybody's watching us film. It's all good. And actually, I misspoke. This is not the St. Croix. This is the Mississippi, and it sort of forks just right down here, basically forks with the St. Croix. But still, that is the marina.
About 2 miles to our southeast. And the cool thing is, if you ever find yourself on a riverboat or anything down there, where the two rivers meet, the color of the water is quite different. It's pretty cool to observe. So geographically speaking, Jesse and I have this not an argument, but we banter over it.
There's ongoing quibble.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
About Hastings and whether or not it's actually in the metro. It is in the southeastern
corner.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know how to describe it, but it is in the metro.
Yeah.
But just barely.
Yeah, and it is also the county seat of Dakota County, which is undeniably in the metro, which is why I think there's a very good argument for it being in the metro. But it is far. It's out right on the edge.
And if you look at it on a map, it does appear to be a little bit, standalone, but
like Stillwater.
Yeah.
Similar in that regard too. I think that's why it's most akin to Stillwater, which usually we cover in the Four Fans of, but we're clearly talking about it right now.
It's an easy day trip, so I would include it in the metro.
Oh, yeah,
From basically the city center, it's 35 minutes.
From downtown Minneapolis, downtown St. Paul is
even closer. It took
me
me 40 minutes to get here from essentially 5 minutes from US Bank Stadium. So
yep. So yeah, we're gonna say ballpark 40 minutes to downtown Minneapolis, 30-ish or less to downtown St. Paul, and it's right up Highway 10, which fundamentally that bridge is Highway 10. Super easy to get to, but still a little bit removed.
As far as school districts are concerned, the entire city is serviced by none other than the Hastings Public School District, which as a whole is rocking an A- rating according to niche.com. And when you break that down on an individual basis, school by school, you're looking at basically B+, A-. So the average holds pretty true. Yeah,
it basically says high school, middle school get A-, elementary schools get B+. It's a pretty old community, so I think some of that has to do with these sort of like the buildings and stuff like that, but some of it's going to have to do with diversity and all sorts of things. So, and I did put out a video like quite a long time ago about most affordable but good school districts, and Hastings was on that list. And because again, A- schools, generally good ratings on like a greatschools.org. I think for that list it had to be above a 7. So pretty good. A-, 7 plus. And yeah, median sale price is $330 here in Hastings, which is 20-some thousand under the median of the rest of the metro.
Much more affordable. And the range of single family from what we've seen goes from 175K roughly, you know,
Yeah.
that's probably going to be,
That's just what currently is on the market. Yeah, it's
early
obvious.
1900s, maybe even like late 1800s.
But
might
a scrape,
be
yeah, or a huge renovation project.
And something to consider as well with the availability of riverfront property. The highest we saw was, you know, well over $1 million, almost 1.8 million, I believe.
Yeah.
For single family, and then you've got condos ranging from, I'm gonna call it 150 up to just shy of 600K, depending on what you're looking at.
Yeah, huge range, but like as a median, relatively affordable for the Twin Cities metro.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we're gonna just not walk along the river for the whole video, although we could, and we
So
wouldn't.
nice.
We wouldn't be mad about it. We're gonna hop into town a little bit, talk through pros and cons. Yeah, let's go.
Here a little bit closer to downtown, adjacent, if you will, in a little bit more of the historical part of Hastings. We've got some old farmhouse, Victorian style homes. A lot of them have plaques on them stating the year in which they were built. And you just got a lot of those cool older architectural features. You can see the mature trees. It's just a very different feel from some of the other areas of the city.
It's so cool, honestly. Like,
very cool.
Yeah, if you were in Minneapolis, you might see these in like a Northeast, maybe in like a Seward, something like that, Powderhorn even.
Look at this up here.
Yeah.
1865.
1865. Pretty cool.
And there was one that was 1870 just down the street. I mean, these are old
Some
homes.
of the oldest homes in Minnesota, hard stop, are in Hastings.
Which usually is in St. Paul. We
Yeah.
see those late 1800s, but not 1865.
We're further east, you know, like westward expansion. It's like
On the
this
river.
Is, yeah, and it's on the river. There's some cool, very cool history to Hastings. I think they called it New Chicago or something for a while.
I believe it.
Yeah, just super cool. And we just kind of want to show you, you know, what some of the character can be, and also talk through pros and cons. So actually, I'm going to start pro diverse housing stock, which is to say you can get these awesome historic homes. You can get sort of like post-war era, you know, ramblers, story and a halves, but you can also get, you know, 4,000 square feet,
You know,
you know, with a walkout basement.
4-car garage.
Yeah, and there's even brand new build stuff as well. So it's extremely diverse housing stock. And again, we said the range from, you know, livable, probably 300 on the low end, you know, for like move-in ready.
More or less.
Up to, you know, pushing 2 million. But that's my first pro. What do you got?
One of my favorite things so far has been the outdoor space. Not only the Riverwalk, but just so many parks, like little tennis court areas, baseball fields, you know, just green space everywhere. We drove by this really cool, like, city aquatic center that was just packed.
Community pool, yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful day. It's a Sunday.
We saw the marching band walking.
Yeah. That's so That's so picturesque. It's
Yeah.
it's unreal. I like these houses are nuts. They're so beautiful. This would be.
And they're old.
They feel like homes you might find in like Linden Hills.
Yeah,
For
especially
$1
this
million, you know? Yeah. They're very, very, probably $1 million plus actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're super beautiful.
And they're being taken care of too, which is awesome to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that aquatic center, super, super cute. You know, another thing, another pro, good schools. Not top 5, but like by all accounts, good schools.
Solid.
Yeah, not much to argue about there. And then I'm gonna sort of combine that with the affordability of home prices and sort of just say like good value.
Yeah.
Good value in terms of,
Overall, for what you're getting with the city.
yeah, it seems you know, some of the better value in the Twin Cities metro, in my opinion.
Another pro for me as well, Jess and I do a lot of filming in neighborhoods all around the metro.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of people smiling and waving today.
Yeah.
We get some sideways looks at times filming in neighborhoods, understandably so, but it just seems like a really tight-knit, friendly community that Minnesota Nice is very apparent.
Cozy. There was like a dog kind of like wandering around without a leash. We both were like, oh my God, we got to deal with this. A bit of an emergency mid filming. And, you know, some guy drove up and was like, you guys need help? And like, hey, I live right over there. You know, I haven't seen his dog. Just so nice.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I think that's hard to quantify, right? It's hard to be like, look at this statistic for like, how cool people are.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that's what it feels like, specifically in this downtown area, but kind of all over the
Well, and
place.
Guy giving you your keys earlier.
Yeah, true.
People
yeah.
are just really nice here, or
Yeah.
at least today.
It feels friendly. It feels like a small town, and that's
Very much
you know,
so.
yeah. Maybe catch them on a -20 day. You know,
And I will say,
nobody's that nice.
I don't know if you and I chatted about this, but we've compared this to Stillwater so much. Hastings to me feels less day trippy, touristy than Stillwater can.
Oh, agreed.
Like the feel is so similar, but it feels more like, I don't know, this is a community where people live, not like people coming here from the cities for a day trip, even though it's a wonderful place to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think to some degree the underratedness of it actually serves it extremely well.
Yeah.
You know, and actually I think we haven't officially covered it, but for me, last pro is just how cute, how kind of special that downtown is.
Very cool.
I mean, top 5 favorite cozy downtowns in the Twin Cities. Yeah, I would say hard stop. Cons, what do you got?
It's a little bit of an island.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Just, you know, we've chatted about already, you know, it is on the periphery of the metro.
Yeah.
So while there are commercial amenities here, you know, there's a Cub, a Walmart, that type of thing. We hit up the local Caribou earlier.
Yeah.
But you know, some of your amenities you might need to go to the cities for. There's no Target, there's no Costco.
Or just at least a city away, right? Yeah. But
No
yeah,
Starbucks.
Yeah, no Starbucks. You know.
Which is fine,
Yeah.
because this is more of a place where you might go to the mom and pop coffee shop.
Yeah.
But
yeah, if you're looking for, you know, very insular, you can do everything, all of your errands in one spot, this kind of isn't it. Yeah, you could. You don't have to go to Costco.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to Target.
Yeah, right.
But it's nice to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's a good one. Erie Island, just in terms of what is sort of convenient around you. Con number 2, small town, 23,000 people. That is quaint, that is cozy, for sure. It's not itty bitty, but it might feel boring to some people.
yeah,
You know, I don't know. I love it.
depending on where you're at in life, it might not be for you.
Yeah, I could imagine when I was 17 being like, this town sucks, you know?
Yeah. You might have to hop up to the cities for arts and entertainment, depending.
Yeah. Yeah, this house is beautiful. Even just that cedar. What a cool pop, you know?
The lots are larger down here too. Sorry, I know we're on cons, but
Yeah, not a con. But what I would say is a con is that you're 30 plus minutes to downtown Minneapolis, really like 40. And downtown St. Paul, you know, a little more convenient, but not as convenient, you know, than a lot of sort of suburbs. And then I think last con, which isn't really a con, but it's dangerously close to Wisconsin.
yeah.
But
we might get some Packer fans over here. It's whatever.
But honestly, I love Wisconsin too.
Yeah,
but
nice.
But yeah, it's you know, it's really good. All in all, like, to me, the pros wildly outweigh the cons. Unless I had to commute to, you know, downtown Minneapolis, maybe commuting to, like, you know, I'm thinking some of the stuff in like Minnetonka, some of the bigger employers over there.
Yeah.
This commute might be a drag.
Oh, totally.
You know?
But with work from home, a place like this might be more appealing for people.
And so many of the people that we help are able to work from home now. So, yeah, all in all,
it's been one of my favorites in quite a while. And I was telling Jesse, I don't know if it's just because it's like literally a perfect summer day, but I love this town. It was a very, very pleasant surprise for me.
Even like in this like downtown, these lawns are like so nice. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Like extremely well maintained homes. I mean,
for the age of the homes too, these older 1800s, early 1900s, people are taking care of them.
On par with like Excelsior, to be honest. Yeah.
When we saw a few plaques for the older ones, so I think there are historical societies in place here to encourage maintaining just the original character.
Which actually, last pro, tons of space for it to expand outward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, let's hop over somewhere else, talk through for fans. All right, friends, right now we are in Wallen Park, which we thought was a good example of some of the kind of like higher end homes available here in Hastings. Truly some beautiful houses, and the value cost, I suppose, the cost proposition of these houses compared to so many other areas, pretty wild. I'll kind of show you, yeah, like, I know obviously they're tiny in the background, but these huge, you know,
they're big,
3,000, 4,000 square foot homes, and we're talking a range of, you know, 5s to 8s on the.
It was like 550 to really 650 is the meat and potatoes of them, but there were a few outliers. There was one that was like 820. There were a few that were high 4s, but
yeah, some of them have like water features, like ponds and stuff in the backyard, and you know where they're but I mean 550 to 650 for those houses is really good.
I mean, you're talking probably at least like a 20% discount compared to anywhere within like the more tight metro. Yeah, we know we talked about this being on the periphery of the metro earlier.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, so for your reference, if you are comfortable with a little bit of a drive, maybe you work in St. Paul, you're comfortable with a half-hour drive there. Maybe you work in Minneapolis. Maybe you work from home and you don't need to go to the city actually, you know, ever, or only for sort of social, cultural events, then you're still so accessible to like the downtown area here, but it's way cheaper. And you have kind of the charm of the downtown and all that.
When we were talking about that on the drive-in here, I was telling Jesse, I was like, man, these houses are so nice, and for like a small town, like economically speaking, how do people pay for these? And you know, we guess that more than likely a lot of these people either now this day and age work from home, or they commute to St. Paul, Minneapolis, like Jesse just said. So.
And you know, it's a slower growing city. It was a small town, you know, really before it was in the metro, and sort of existed that way. And yeah, it's slower to grow. 23,000 people. It's still not crazy for this year.
Modest.
So most people are earning their income outside of Hastings, you know,
or at least so we think.
Yeah, that's a guess.
It's not a huge town. Again, 23,000. It's It's bigger than the likes of, you know, Albertville and St. Michael, some of those other locations that we've, you know, shot that are kind of similar as far as distance from the cities and what they've got going on. But I would say Hastings is more established as a whole.
Yeah, and you know, like Hastings, this could be an ignorance thing, but it doesn't have like a, you know, main employer that I can think of, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas like Northfield has like colleges and like Multi-Meal. I can't think of anything that Hastings has. I'm sure there are some, you know, some employers here, but for the most part, it's more like a commuter kind of
Well,
place.
and if I had to guess, I would assume that a fair amount of mortgages are being paid by 3M down here.
Yeah, probably.
Up in St. Paul,
yeah,
you know, so.
Probably be an interesting stat to look up. But all right, if you watch these videos, you know that we have a section that we call the For Fans Of section, which is to say, if you like what you see here, you might want to check out these other spots. Before I do that, I would like to say that if you are thinking about moving here to the Twin Cities, maybe you already live here, trying to buy a home, get a hold of us. We'll crush it for you. It's what we do, and truly, we have it down. The team, just a team of killers, like really, really good. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody knows how this somewhat unique process of relocation or first-time home buyers works. Yeah, it's a thing that we've just, you know, nailed down. Get a hold of us. You can go to our website, tothetwincities.com. We have a contact form there that you can fill out in literally 30 seconds or less, or you can shoot us an email directly to info@tothetwincities.com. They lead to the same inbox, which is mine. So literally no preference how you do it. Those just are the most effective ways to do it. So reach out to us.
Or call in. I'll probably answer the phone.
That's true, that's true. Yeah, feel free to call in. I actually just leave that number in the description because for scheduling stuff, the other stuff's easier. But feel free to call in. You might talk to Nick.
I always grab the phone.
Yeah, Nick is quick on the phone for sure. So let's dive in. For Fans Of, if you like what you see in Hastings, what are some other spots that a person might want to consider?
Off the top, Stillwater, you know, we've mentioned it earlier.
Yep.
Very similar. I would say that would be the cousin of Hastings, probably the most similar.
Even geographically, it's eastern.
Just to the north.
Yeah. Yeah, similar, you know, yeah, just similar situated. It's just the northeast cousin.
Let's just go counterclockwise. Stillwater, White Bear Lake, we agreed.
Yeah.
Very charming main street, some of that, you know, older feel with just the Main Street feel.
Yep, school's actually maybe a little less lower rated in White Bear Lake versus Hastings. Similar prices though.
Yeah.
Still relatively affordable in White Bear Lake.
But with the waterfront, a wide variety.
Yeah, and a beautiful, beautiful area. I love the little downtown.
Yeah, White Bear is awesome.
White Bear, for sure. We have virtual tours on both of those. What else you got?
To the north, we've got Anoka on a much smaller scale than Hastings and Stillwater and even White Bear. But you are gonna have that charming, you know, kind of by the river feel. Schools definitely are not gonna be as good, but it's in the neighborhood of this type of vibe.
Yeah, it's like a northern, kind of like northwestern, more like affordable, but not quite as good as schools and all that kind of version of what we're seeing here.
Yep.
And then, I don't know, geography.
Excelsior,
Wayzata, I'm kind of clumping those together as like, if you like this, but you want perhaps a bougier
much more so
example of this, a more high-end version.
Some of the best schools are going to be found over in that area as well.
Yeah, Wayzata, Excelsior, it's, you know, really, really good. Stillwater also has great schools, but yeah, top 5 schools, Wayzata, for sure, pretty much all the time. What else you got?
Buffalo. We had mentioned.
Yeah.
It's gonna have a little bit of that feel.
Yeah, Buffalo is actually really cute. Great for like antiquing. I really enjoy antiquing.
Mr. American Picker over here.
I love that stuff. I wonder how many people are like, what? Like
on the map, this is gonna be like far northwest too. Yeah. So like the opposite of Hastings.
I would argue Buffalo is not part of the metro.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah,
but like Waconia.
Yeah, we did videos on like Albertville, Rogers, St. Michael. Buffalo, some of the sort of errands that people are doing, they're gonna run in Buffalo, but it's out there.
Yeah,
it
is for sure. And a lot of these cities, they're within the grasp of the growing metro, so they're becoming more and more included in
suburbanized.
Yeah,
but yeah, they're charming because they were small towns and have existed that way for so long.
Right.
You got anything else?
Yeah, more on the southwestern side. You've got Chaska slash Shakopee, we agreed. Maybe a little bit of Savage, but not as much. Chaska and Shakopee gonna have some of those older feeling, old brick building, Rivertown type vibes.
Yeah.
And Chaska specifically, I went to high school there. It's seen a lot of investment over the years. They're improving the infrastructure, new businesses, all that kind of thing.
And park spaces and stuff.
It's growing
like that.
because of Highway 212, which I think we've talked about in some of our other videos. But.
Yeah, for sure. And then I'm gonna say last one, definitely outside of the metro, but I love it. I think it's like an adorable town. It's called Northfield. Ironically, it's to the south of the metro. I've never considered that it's Northfield and it's to the south. But it's beautiful, very quaint downtown, great sort of similar, you know, historic buildings, like, you know, couple streets of a downtown. It's home to a lot of colleges and stuff like that. So that's gonna be the last for fans of. Usually we only do like 4 or 5. That was a ton. But yeah, we like this cute, cozy, small town feel in the metro, and that's kind of
these are all peripheral towns.
Yep.
Honestly, they're on water. They all have the same feel, so it makes sense.
Yeah. But all right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Again, reach out to us. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. Give the video a thumbs up. And actually, for a comment, if Nick's shirt was in a crayon pack, what color would it be?
What color is it? Let us know.
Yeah. All right. See you guys.